Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Bets College Football Week 2. I, of course, am the Brofic One AJ. Joining me, as always, is the man with the numbers, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond. All hail the king of the links, the money train, Mr. Noah Engelbretson. Noah, how the hell you doing today, bud?
AJ, I am wonderful. Football season is in full swing. We're going to have NFL and college this weekend. Oh my God. I am so excited.
Oh, Noah, I trust me. The parlays and teasers have been a flowing, brother, and they are looking beautiful. Thanks to partly this beautiful college board, bro. This has to be one of the first times in a long time that I have not only loved the NFL board, but also the college slate that we have picked out today, bro. Beautiful numbers, beautiful teams. You want to get right into it?
Oh yeah, let's just
Dude,
dive in, baby.
let's talk about the first absolute joke of a line of the week. That being Alabama going into the team that is never back, Texas. Alabama being a 20-point favorite, total at 65.5. No, I believe this line has been bet up to 20 after being at 14.5, opening at 14.5 or something like that, right?
Yeah, so I think this line was out before the season started, and it was 13 and a half, 14 and a half, something like that, 2 weeks ago. It was maybe at 16 last Saturday, and then after Saturday's games, jumped all the way to 20. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up even more before kickoff. Might end up with like a 23, 24 point spread here.
Shit, honestly, no. I mean, even 25, 30, I mean, it could get bet all the way up there.
I don't see that egregious of a jump happening just because it is Vegas. They don't typically do anything that severe, but I wouldn't be surprised if it inches up a half a point or a point a day until Saturday.
No, absolutely. But Noah, with that spread, going all the way up, doesn't that make you worried that Texas might cover?
Not at all. Not at all. I am big time on Bama minus 20.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to stay off the over under at 65 and a half. That is a very high total, but like Alabama's going to get their 40 or 50 points in this game.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I'm not I'm not worried about that. I could see Texas maybe scrounging together like 20 points and then pushing the over. I could also see Texas getting held in very similar fashion to the Georgia and Oregon game last week. I could see this being another fucking 49-3 SEC team stomping another Power 5 team that was supposed to be pretty decent.
No, absolutely. Alabama all the way. The moment I saw this at 20 when I started handicapping these games on Monday, I went to my online account immediately and was like, yep, and submit. So shout out. Thank you for the free money. Oh, that might be a good parlay, actually. Alabama minus the 20 and Packers minus the 1.5. Anyway, sorry. Noah, moving on. What do we have next?
Next we got South Carolina at Arkansas.
Okay.
Arkansas, an 8 point favorite, over under at 53.
Arkansas, damn, this is a hard one for me, honestly. South Carolina played pretty solid last year. I know they're going through a name change issue right now. I believe they had to change the name of their mascot. Don't know what it is for the life of me. But 8
The
points, Arkansas.
cock commander.
No, I think that was his name.
No, but that was in the top 3. I don't know if it was like public or fan voting or how they were doing that, but it was like the third most popular option was cock commander
They're the
or
Gamecocks, aren't
commander.
they?
Yeah, either commander cock or cock commander. I'm not sure, but
Cock Commander
pretty
would be amazing.
pretty fucking funny if they landed on that.
That's awesome. But unfortunately, even Cock Commander won't save them, I don't think. Give me Arkansas minus the 8. Arkansas, I don't think they're all the way back, but hey, they're a solid program, bro.
Hey man, yeah, you were shying on Arkansas
I
last
know.
week, and I was
I know.
I was telling you, I think I said that might have been my lock of the week was Arkansas to cover against Cincinnati, and I'm not done riding the Arkansas train. I mean, I'm all on the Woo Pig hype train this season. I think
Woo
they're
pig
a
sooie.
really good team. Not going to be good enough to win the SEC because obviously they got to get through Bama and the SEC West and Texas A&M. That's not going to happen. But against South Carolina, yeah, easy. Give me the 8 points
Easy.
on Arkansas. I don't know if I want to touch that over under. I mean, I'm leaning towards the over. I haven't fully made my mind up though. I haven't fully committed to it.
No, I'm with you on that. I can't bring myself to touch it at this time.
Yeah, and then looks like next game we got on our slate of what we're handicapping and covering this week, AJ, App State at Texas A&M, going into Kyle Field. A&M, a 19-point home favorite, over under at 54.
I like App State. I like App State a lot. 19 points, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like them that much. I think they'll be able to stick in there, and I think they will be able to go. But man, 3 touchdowns essentially. Shit. I'm bad at gambling. Let me go Texas A&M minus the 19. Let's gig them.
Yeah, after App State. Oh God, very difficult ending last week. A game they probably should have won at home against North Carolina. A&M is a much better team than North Carolina. Not denying that. That is reflected in the lines. Obviously, App State being a 1.5-point favorite last week, a 19-point dog this week. Although I do think App State's still a pretty decent team. I'm going to take him to cover the 19. But the thing I love, give me the over 54.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the over 54. I mean, Jesus, App State just played a 61-63, not even an overtime game last week. They scored 41 points in the fourth quarter alone. App State's plenty capable of putting up points, even though A&M's defense a lot better than North Carolina's. Yeah. Give me App State to cover the 19, but really give me the over.
Yeah,
at 54. Over. That seems egregiously low.
Egregious. I love that word. Egregiously low. Yeah, I'm all over that over as well, Noah. This next game I'm really excited for. We're going Tennessee Pitt, right?
Yeah, Tennessee Pitt. Pittsburgh 6-point home dog. Over under at 66.5. So we got a really high over under on this bad boy.
Hey, Tennessee's offense hasn't looked any worse than it did last year. Honestly, it looks a lot similar than it did last year. I really like this. I really like this Tennessee team. I think Pitt showed us what they were last week going up against West Virginia.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Pittsburgh only fell a handful of spots in the rankings. I would have expected them to take a much bigger drop after barely skating by against West Virginia. However, it is a massive rivalry game. Sometimes weird things happen in those rivalry games. I don't know. But I didn't love what I saw from Pittsburgh. Tennessee looked really dominant. 59-10 win. I can't even remember who they played, but they took care of business how they should. Obviously, the over-under reflecting that we should get an offensive battle here.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump on the over as high as it is.
Yep.
But I'm going to go ahead and slam Tennessee -6 on the road at Pittsburgh.
All day, bro. I'm all about Tennessee right now. Tennessee's looking good.
Awesome. Yeah. Next game, we've got Houston playing at Texas Tech. Texas Tech, a 3-point favorite, over under 63 points in this one. What do you got here, AJ?
Noah, I want to take Houston. I want to take Houston so freaking bad. I can't. I just can't, Noah. I don't know what it is about this line. I just can't take Houston. I looked at this line this morning. I looked at this line when it first came out, and I was like, that's way too low. Houston all the way. But the more and more I look at it, the more and more I handicap it. Noah, give me Texas Tech with the points all day, staying away from the total.
AJ, I'm putting Texas Tech on upset watch.
Whoa!
Upset alert. Yeah, that's right. We got an upset alert here. First one, I believe, that I'm officially putting on upset alert of the college football season. And yeah, give me that juicy Houston money line right there. Houston's ranked for a reason. Texas Tech shouldn't be that good this year. I mean, it's probably classic Texas Tech, really high-powered offense, absolutely no defense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Houston's going to take advantage of that. They're going to win this game.
We'll see.
And we will see, AJ. And this next game kind of baffles me.
This game mind blows me, Noah.
Iowa State at Iowa. Iowa, a 3.5 point favorite. They've been a 3.5 point favorite, despite, I think, over 80% of the money and over 80% of the bets on Iowa State. Yet Vegas choosing not to move this line at all, keeping it right at 3.5. It kind of blows my mind that much money and that percent of the bets are going in like that lopsided and the line's not moving. That's a little rare. But back-to-back upset alerts here. I guess it's technically an upset. But yeah, give me Iowa State. Give me the Cyclones on the money line in this one. Hopefully those poor sick kids at the hospital get a better showing this week than they did last week, because Iowa should have to go apologize for making them watch that game.
What's the total at?
40.5. Sorry.
Yeah, give me the under, first of all. I want to start off by saying that. Give me the under. And then I'm going to go against, I'm going Iowa minus the 3 here. I'm sticking with Vegas on this one. Vegas, I had experience working at a sports book and talking to people that make lines and stuff. When they like a line, and they're not going to move off of it. They like the 3 for some reason, so I'm going to stick it Iowa minus the 3, which means it's going to end up being a push on the weekend. But I love the under. I am all about the under. I'm hard over the under, bro.
Yeah, just hopefully we get a touchdown this week. I mean,
maybe.
Like just 1 or 2. I mean,
hopefully not, honestly.
Anyways, another Big Ten team at home. We got Virginia going into Illinois. Should be 2-0 Illinois. I'm putting an asterisk next to Illinois' record on the season. Illinois not looking bad.
No.
They're, line reflecting that. They're a 4.5 point favorite hosting Virginia. Over under 57.5 for this one.
I'm sorry, what's the spread again? You cut out a little bit on my end.
Illinois is a 4.5 point home favorite.
Yeah, home favorite. Give me Illinois minus the 4.5. Staying away from the total because I really don't know the maximum efficiency of this Virginia or Illinois offense. So I'm staying away from that. I was trying to stay off Illinois as long as possible. Noah, it's come that time of the year where I hop on the bandwagon. Give me Illinois with the points.
Yeah. Okay, so I absolutely love the under in this game. I'm going under 57.5, big time. The 4.5 point spread is making this difficult for me. I like Illinois to win. I don't know about the 4.5. I'm gonna take them minus the 4.5, but it scares me a little bit.
I get why it scares you. It should scare you. It's a shitty number, but your other option is taking Virginia, and you really want to roll those dice?
Not particularly, Agent. Not particularly.
Oh,
and yeah, I mean, next up on the slate, we got our second matchup between ranked opponents, our second SEC matchup. Kentucky at Florida. Florida skyrocketing off everybody's radar, and then all of a sudden, all the way up to like, what are they ranked 12th or something now,
something
or 14th?
Like they look damn good though.
They did. Florida's a 6-point favorite. Oddly enough, before last week, I think Kentucky was supposed to be the favorite in this game. Now Florida is over under at 52.5.
Yeah, Florida minus the 6 All day. You ride the hot hand. I think Florida looks a lot better than Kentucky does on the both sides of the ball. To be completely honest, staying away from the total, like college totals, unless it's something that I absolutely think is egregious and mind blowing. Like I really won't take. And this is one of those cases. I think that's just a good number right there for the total.
I'm going upset alert for a third time. Give me Kentucky. This game screams, trap game if you want to call it that, or I would say maybe not a severe overreaction, but definitely an overreaction to week 1. Kentucky didn't look quite as strong as they probably should have against a much inferior opponent. Florida with a big win against Utah. But yeah, Florida looks decent, but I expect Kentucky to still be the better team and come out and win this football game. I'm staying off the over under at 52.5. That's just
too good.
That's just not cutting it for me.
Too good. What's next, Noah?
Now we get to move into little Pac-12 action.
The most embarrassing fucking division of last week. Let's talk about that. Jesus Christ, just piss poor performances all around unless you're an Arizona fan. Jesus Christ, boys, let's get it together.
Yeah, serious. I mean, Oregon dropping all the way from 11 out of the rankings.
Yeah, as they should. They shouldn't have been in the fucking rankings.
Yeah, and I think, what did I see? I saw a stat that going back to last season and the ending last season, Oregon's last 5 games, so they're what would that be? So game against Georgia, the bowl game they were in against Oklahoma, the Pac-12 championship against Utah, their one win in there was against Oregon State.
Jesus Christ.
Last week of the season, and then the game they played before that also against Utah. I think they got outscored by an average of like 30-something points a game over those 5. So
and to make not matters looking worse, and to make matters
not
worse,
looking very good.
Now. No, they look like shit. Anyway, Noah, let's keep it moving. USC Stanford.
I think you mispronounced his name though, AJ. I believe it's pronounced Bo Pix.
Yeah, no, I did. It's Bo fucking Pix.
But yes, Pac-12 matchup. I believe our first Pac-12 conference game of the season.
Yep.
USC at Stanford. Stanford, an 8-point dog at home, over under 67.5.
Noah, I am sticking on the USC bandwagon while I can. Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams, making the difference early. I understand last week they didn't have the best opponent. I do not think that Stanford is that much of a step up. And so give me USC with the points as the road favorite going into Stanford. Not that long of a drive.
Yeah, I'm also on USC. My reasoning, I'm not on the USC bandwagon. I just... are we forgetting how bad of a football team Stanford is?
Apparently.
We
are. You know what?
I would
actually like to announce that as my shirt of the week. Give me USC with the points. Shirt of the week there.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have expected USC to be about a 2-touchdown favorite in this game. You're giving me 8 points. I'm going to jump on that. Maybe Vegas knows something and they're baiting me into that. But yeah, I'm taking that. And as high as this over-under is, AJ, I am on the over.
Wow.
67.5 because I don't fucking trust USC's defense. I don't think they're legit. I think they played a shitty opponent who was moving the ball very well. Let's not forget.
No,
they just threw 4. They just threw 4 picks, 3 of which were pick sixes. That's not sustainable. So, you have this little farce from last week with USC's defense, how, score-wise they look kind of good, but if you actually break down the numbers and like break it apart and look at it, their defense did not play well.
No.
I expect Stanford, maybe that's why the Lions at 8 points. I think their offense is going to be capable of putting up a lot of points, but their defense is not going to be that good.
No.
And even a team like Stanford's going to still somehow find a way to put up 20, 30 points on them.
Oh, somehow, some way, absolutely. No, I believe we got another Pac-12 game up next, right?
Yes, we do. We've got Arizona State going to play at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State getting an 11.5 point getting. They are an 11.5 point favorite at home, over under 58.
ASU's another team that looked really good against a bad opponent. And even when they looked really good against a bad opponent, there were still so many question marks, so many I don't know. Herm Edwards, from listening and watching a lot of stuff and, just hearing what I got to hear, Herm Edwards might be all the way out this year if he doesn't make a big adjustment. And Urban Meyer might be coming in next season, or if not midseason. It was reported on the Dan Patrick Show. It's been reported other places I've looked. Urban Meyer might be the successor to Herm Edwards if he can't figure it out this season. And this is going to be his first really big test, Oklahoma State. And he said they're, 8.5 point dogs?
11.5.
11.5 point dogs. That defense, I love the offense that ASU has. That's why I'm going to take the over. I don't trust that defense whatsoever, though, to get a stop. Not even to hold it close or anything like that. I don't trust them to get a stop at some points. And especially with Oklahoma State buzzing the way they are. My safest pick is the over for this game. I'm going to go out on a limb and take ASU to cover. I don't like the bet, but I like it enough to put it out on my card.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the over, AJ. I fucking love the over in this. Main reason, after week 1, I got some question marks about Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
I mean, the offense looks absolutely lethal, but they gave up a lot of points to I just gotta check I forget who they played, but here we go. Pull that up real quick here.
Yeah.
It was Central Michigan. They played Central Michigan, and they beat them 58-44. As much as I don't think Arizona State's gonna be very good this year, they're just as capable, if not more capable, of putting up points to Central Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't understand the 58. I would have expected a number in the 70s, maybe even, or approaching 70 at least for the over-under. So if you're going to give me 58, I'm going to completely slam that 58.
Love it.
I am really, really torn on this 11.5.
It's a good line.
They gave me another line that's kind of stumping me a little bit. And again, I go back to that Central Michigan game. Oklahoma State only winning that game by 14. I think ASU is a little bit better than Central Michigan. I don't expect Oklahoma State to lose this game at home, but I guess at the end of the day, I'm taking ASU to cover 11.5.
Yes, sir.
I don't like it, but I'm doing it.
I'm with you, Noah. I'm with you. What else we got?
Oh, we got an exciting one.
Let me hear it.
Another matchup of ranked opponents here.
Okay.
We got Baylor traveling to Provo, Utah to play those dogs from BYU.
The Cougars for a reason. Noah, what's the spread looking like?
BYU 3-point favorite over number 9 ranked Baylor. Over under is at 53.5.
You said it's a 3.5 point game?
3 even.
3 even. That's that home field advantage right there. That's a terrible fucking line. I hate that line, but I'm taking BYU because if they do win, it's going to be by a field goal. So I'd rather take the push than take the loss. And I mean, I guess you could take the push on either side, but just in case BYU can pull out an extra touchdown, give me BYU minus the 3. Baylor's a solid squad. I have nothing against Baylor. That's why I think it's going to keep it close. It's a good line, but I'm taking the Cougs minus the 3.
Yeah, as much as BYU has done us pretty the last 2 football seasons, 2 or even last 3, I think Baylor's the better team. Now, the thing that makes this tough as a game is in Provo. If this was at Baylor, I'm sure the line might be 3 points the other direction, and I'd be slamming Baylor to win by 3. But you've got the elevation, that home field advantage, that home crowd in Provo, Utah is, I think, overlooked by a lot of people at how much of a home field advantage BYU has. God, that makes this a tough one to pick, but I still think I'm gonna go with Baylor on the money line.
Ooh.
I'm putting another upset alert out there, which feels weird to say the number 9 team in the country going against the number 21 is the underdog and upset. But I am slamming the fuck out of that over. Like, did we forget this is a BYU game?
No.
when AJ, when's the last time we've seen a BYU over under in the low 50s?
Dude, honestly, I couldn't remember.
I mean, God, that 2 years ago with Zach Wilson there, I remember we were always talking because that was when I kept telling you, I'm like, take the BYU spread and the BYU over no matter fucking what. And for some reason, the 2 of them always seem to hit. And like the over-unders were getting all the way up into like the fucking 70s and they are still fucking hitting. And the spreads were getting into the 40s like almost every single game. And BYU is like, fuck it, we'll cover. I think one of those got as high as like 51 or 52 and a half. And I was still like, no, slam it.
Oh, yeah, slam it all day, every day.
Because if there's one thing about BYU, they love points. Whether it's scoring them themselves or just the total, they love the points. They love the points. Great over team. Until they prove me wrong, I'm going to keep riding that. And this will be interesting because BYU wins this one. They probably jump into the top 15.
Oh, yeah.
They play at Oregon next week, which doesn't quite mean as much as it did at the beginning of the year.
No.
But then fast forward to October, they play at Notre Dame, and then they have Arkansas at home. If this BYU team runs the table, they're in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, you got games against Baylor, Oregon, Notre Dame, Arkansas. That's a strong enough. I mean, that's a stronger schedule than most Pac-12 teams have. So, I think BYU runs the table. They make the playoff here.
No, 100%. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm on the hype on BYU. They're a great team. Put me on the over for the card. Noah, we got to start wrapping up because I'm almost out of my drink here, buddy. Are we almost done?
2 more to go here.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's get them.
Got a little Pac-12 after dark action here for these last 2.
That's where the money is.
Oregon State at Fresno State. Fresno State, a 1-point home dog over under 61.5. AJ, the reason I think this game is interesting is because I think Oregon State's got a very reasonable chance at finishing as high as 3rd in the Pac-12.
Wow.
I mean, and I would have said 4th, but watching Oregon's week 1 performance, yeah, I could see Oregon State finishing 3rd behind Utah and USC.
Damn.
I mean, I could even see them potentially having a better record than USC.
Shit.
Because I feel like the Pac-12 North isn't quite as strong as Pac-12 South. I don't know. It's hard to say, but But they could very well win the Pac-12 North and play likely Utah in the Pac-12 championship game, which will be interesting. They're not getting hardly any attention paid to them, rightfully so. They haven't been relevant in God knows how long. But commanding win over Boise State last week, playing another Mountain West team in Fresno State. It's only a 1-point spread. I am absolutely slamming the Beavers on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Staying off that over-under.
Yeah, don't like total. Give me the Beavers minus the 1. That is a great fucking line.
Cool. And that brings us to maybe the most important game for you and I here,
yes,
AJ.
Sir.
The nightcap of the week. Hawaii's playing at Michigan, so we don't have that classic 10:59. I still don't know why they kick off at 10:59 for me here in Central Time. I guess 8:59 if you're out on the West Coast, but it's always 59 is the scheduled start time. Basketball and football, don't get it. But no Hawaii home game this week. Means the nightcap of the week. Mississippi State at Arizona. Arizona 10.5-point dog. Over under at 60.
Wildcats are all the way back. All the way back, Noah. Yes, that is an overreaction. Probably the overreaction of overreactions. I don't give a shit, Noah. I don't give a shit. Give me Arizona with the points. Let me sprinkle some on the money line, and let me have a great ending to my Saturday night so I can pay for my drinks at the bar.
AJ, I love it. I'm going to take Arizona plus 10.5 because Mississippi State, good team. Arizona, we're Arizona, but we did look damn good last week. So I'm feeling good about that. This is a late fucking game for them.
Late game for Mississippi.
Yeah, it's an on Eastern time. That's an 11 p.m. kickoff. I don't think they're going to have many fans there. I think the Arizona fans are going to be jacked after our start week 1. It's going to be probably some of the most home field advantage we've had since years. I think the 10.5 is a little disrespectful. That may be the homer in me saying that, but I think we have no problem covering 10.5. I'm still not expecting us to win this game, but I think we keep it plenty competitive. I'm going under 60. 60 seems way too high on this game for me, but I think we cover, keep it under, may or may not win. I think we're going to be right in there, 1-score game till the end. I think we'll have a chance to win. I don't know if we'll do it or not. Craziest thing is, I think we win this game.
Yeah.
I think we're on track to be bowl eligible.
Dude, I think we're going to be bowl eligible.
After winning one game the last 2 seasons combined, I think if we win this one, I can confidently say we will, win enough games in the Pac-12 to be bowl eligible.
No, absolutely. We're winning the Pac-12 title. I've already said that. So shout out UFA. But Noah, with that being said, the last game to handicap, have anything else to say about this epic week 2 college football?
I just got to say, I'm not a big Alabama fan. I do that, I guess 3 years in a row now, I've taken a future for them to win the national championship. But not a huge Alabama fan, but I cannot wait for them to just blow the socks off Texas.
No, me either. No, it's going to be beautiful. I'm so excited for that and all of the games. And, of course, we have our NFL bets as well. Go and check out that video for week 1. And, thanks for listening and watching. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. This is going to be the biggest football season for us yet. So you want to make sure you have all the degenerate content to go along with us. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And, of course, follow us on all of our socials. Check the link tree down below in the description to do all of that. And check out our store. We got dope merch. You like this tank top? Excuse me, this isn't a tank top. This is a fucking polo. I love this fucking polo. It's beautiful. Go buy one. Help support the show. We'd greatly appreciate it. With that being said, I have been the Brofect one, AJ. That's been the Money Train, Noah, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.